Here at Liberty-Eylau, H.E. Markham Park, where we have the Liberty-Eylau Leopards set to host the Pleasant Grove Hawks in a crosstown rivalry, the third game of this three-game series here. Pleasant Grove leads the series 2-0. Joining me in the booth tonight is Mr. Chase Brewster along with Jay Davis. How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Good. I appreciate you guys having us back.
Doing well, ready for a good night of baseball. I'm hoping that the game is efficient, otherwise we're going to get rained on.
Most definitely. I think it'll be quick work here. Two pitchers that really go with a lot of tempo here. Cal Jones and Walker Wright facing off here tonight in the third game of this series here.
Yeah, and Cal's wasting no time. As soon as we go on the air, he's already on pitch number 2. So it should be a good game tonight. Leopards playing for a little bit of pride, and two guys that don't want to lose to each other as Brendan Clark hammers the second pitch of the game for the first out to center field to start this thing off.
That pitch was hammered right there by Cal Jones, or by Brenton Clark. But when you have a guy like Aiden Easter out there in center field, one of the fastest guys in this district, he's going to track that down. Stepping into the box now for the Pleasant Grove Hawks is going to be second baseman Jarrett Halter.
Yeah, good eyes on the ball, just didn't hit it in the right spot.
Yeah, sometimes the best hits go right to somebody. First pitch, swing and foul ball from Jarrett Halter, strike one.
And Cal Jones doing a good job as he's done all season of getting in the zone early. He's went deep in most of the games he started and kept his pitch count down. So he'll do a good job for the Leopards of trying to keep this in for as long as he can tonight.
That pitch sails over the head of the umpire and catcher Garden here.
Yeah, Cal's sitting with 50 Ks for the season so far with only 35 innings pitched, so definitely has a good ratio for Ks for inning pitched for sure.
Yeah, coming into the game with a 2.97 ERA for the Leopards. Also hitting .457 with 5 triples and 3 doubles. So having a good year for the Leopards as he gives up another out to Jarrett Halter as he lines the center again for Easter to catch there in center field for the second out.
Again, kind of same thing as the first time. Hard hit ball hit out there to center field. Easter's going to cover a lot of ground out there. So he gets to that one pretty easily. J.M. Long steps into the box for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. J.M. Long has been having a hot bat here recently.
Yeah, he has his average back over 300, sitting at 308, and adds another hit.
All he's ever done is hit his entire career. It feels like we've been watching him play forever, but he jumps on another first pitch in the zone by Cal and gets a little C&I single kind of there. Nobody could get to have a runner on first for the Hawks with 2 outs there.
Extended the inning right there for power hitter Cade Martin, who last time at this park put one over the left field wall. I'm sure Coach Fincher and the Hawks would like to see something of that nature here.
Yeah, he's leading the team with 26 RBIs. Looking to add another one here.
There he is, going to sprinkle that one right to right field. Hagen Powers is going to have to make a play on it.
And really a good pitch there by Cal. I mean, dropped down a little bit and not necessarily a barrel for Cade, but just a really good job of hitting for a guy that's hit all season.
Definitely a tough part of this Pleasant Grove lineup. Really, the entire lineup is tough to get through, but definitely this middle section of the lineup, a lot of power and a lot of barreling up on balls here. As Hunter Rose steps in for the Hawks.
Yeah, Cal needed what he needed to do early, getting the 2 table setters out, but unfortunately, you still got to get 3 outs in innings. So we'll see what happens here as Cal pitches to freshman Hunter Rose.
First pitch, strike. With 2 outs here, 2 men on for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. Another breaking ball there from Cal Jones. It's going to be strike 2.
Looks like Hunter's hitting .417 coming into this game with 12 singles, 11 doubles, and 2 triples. So obviously the freshman having a great year for the Hawks, both offensively and on the mound as well.
Yeah, Hunter coming in as a freshman and actually leading the team in doubles.
Yeah, Hunter Rose is definitely coming onto the Pleasant Grove Ball Club scene and taking it over a little bit, especially out there. Made a diving play last game that was all over the internet and committing to Arkansas as a freshman. You know, the big things happening in the Pleasant Grove program, and he's at the head of that.
Yeah, he's a really good player. Dad Roger was a really good player, one of those catchers on those Ashdown teams back in the day with Cedric Harris and Nick Bishop. So great family, great athlete. He's as good as athlete as you can get in 165 pounds, and he's just done a great job this year for the Hawks. And he's another one you would have no idea he was 15 years old if we didn't tell you every time he came up to bat. So very proud of Hunter and the year he's had. I know he's looking to add another hit to his total right here in the 0-2 count with 2 outs for the Hawks.
0-2 pitch just outside, moving that count to 1-2. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here.
Yeah, the base runners really do have Kyle's attention, so I don't know if that's sort of taking him off his game on this particular batter or not.
You got the athleticism, J.M. Long, and then you got the courtesy runner and Garrett Harrison right here on first, so he's got to be thinking about it for sure. Hunter Rose is going to pop one up high to shortstop. W.T. Jones getting underneath it. And that's going to be out number 3 as Liberty-Eylau gets out of the inning without Pleasant Grove striking a run. As they take a little break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we're back live here at Liberty-Eylau, H.E. Markham Park, where Pleasant Grove and Liberty-Eylau are facing off for the third and final time, at least in the regular season here. Cal Jones had a great first half of the inning right there. Now we're going to see Walker Wright, freshman from Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, Walker's had a fair share of amounts for a freshman for the Hawks. He's kind of filled out that third, fourth arm kind of role for them and has done a really good job. Numbers probably not as good as he would want it to be, but it's really a tale of 2 seasons. He came on late from basketball. ERA kind of spiked early, and then he's been really good late. So I know Walker will be excited today, and I know the Leopards are looking to get in the win column against the Hawks, regardless if the game means anything for seeding or not.
Well, when he's been on the bump, he's been pretty effective. I mean, he's got more strikeouts than he does innings pitched, and that's definitely going to be a good tell for me on what a pitcher can do in keeping runners off the bases. And it does look like he's given up a couple runs in previous outings, but none of that matters tonight.
Yeah, and the good thing for him is, him being left-handed with LE's best 2 hitters, both hitting left-handed, he'll have the neutralizer. Hopefully, if he'll stay in the zone early for the Hawks as he starts here in the stretch for this first pitch to Cal Jones.
First pitch missing low, 1-0 count to senior Cal Jones. Second pitch foul straight back over the backstop here. 1-1 count.
Cal coming up to the plate, I don't know how many more games I'll get to broadcast, but just want to say, getting to watch Cal play these last couple of years since they've came back, he's really set the standard for how you play on the field for Texarkana athletes, and he's had a great career for the Leopards, and obviously his dad's meant a lot to the area and his brother as well. But looking forward to seeing what he does in the future, but his career since he's been back has been nothing more than stellar, and I know he's looking to lead the Leopards play for a while in the playoffs, so we're proud of him and excited for him.
2-1 pitch on the way here. And that one's going to be high as well, moving the count to 3-1 for Cal Jones. Liberty-Eylau, a team that kind of gets a little scary with runners on the base path. Don't really want to walk the leadoff hitter here.
Yeah, Liberty-Eylau does a good job at pressing defenses.
Yeah, the last time we saw Walker throw, at least when we did the game together, he wasn't great holding the run game in the stretch. It was his first game against Carthage, and that's a different beast. But it'll be interesting to see here, especially with some leadoff traffic, how he'll do.
Ground ball hits to first base. Ty Boozer makes the diving play. Walker Wright's going to get over for the out. And a dramatic out number 1 for the Pleasant Grove Hawks here in the bottom of the first.
Everybody's favorite Hawk, Ty Boozer, with just another great play. Even though he's 5'8", you can never replace having an all-district caliber shortstop, third baseman, and first base with the plays he makes like that. So just another great play like he's done all year for Walker Wright and the Hawks to get the first out behind a great play by Ty Boozer.
Tristan Howe steps into the box, takes pitch number 1 for ball 1.
Yeah, that may be the hardest out that Walker Wright has tonight, just because he had to run over there and cover the base.
1-0 pitch, misses as well, brings the count to 2-0 here. Two-0 pitch comes inside, makes it 3-0 here.
Yeah, one of those. I mean, if he'd have been in the zone a little bit earlier, probably could have got that 2-0. But just, you know, those saying he just hadn't earned it yet, whether that's true or not, he didn't get it right there to make it 3-0 on a really good pitch, which will bring out Coach Fincher to talk to the freshman.
Early mound visit here from Coach Fincher. What do you guys think is his message right here?
Well, as a freshman pitcher, I think he's just going to tell him, trust the guys behind you.
Yeah, I think, you know, you don't want to walk anybody in front of WT. Tristan Howe's had a great season. He's one of the best players for the Leopards, hitting 370, but, you know, respectfully, it's still the guy you want to go get right here, even a 3-0 count with WT hitting behind him, who's hitting 478, it looks like, based on the notes that Jay gave us. So, you know, this is the guy you want to go get, and hopefully that's what Walker will do for the Hawks right here.
And there it is. He comes right back over the plate, makes it count 3-1 now.
I guess that's just good coaching, huh?
Well, if he throws a bunch more in a row, it will be.
Tristan Howe swinging on the very next pitch, makes the count 32 here, full count.
Walker working a little bit faster these last two pitches. Feels like he's a little bit more in control of the situation as he comes set for the 3-2 pitch to Tristan Howe.
Tristan Howe fights that pitch off. Foul ball right over the visitor dugout. Count remains full.
The good thing about both these clubs is that you don't really have to question the coaching. I mean, both of these guys have been proven, and it's fun to watch them each.
Tristan Howe gets a hold of one, hit out to Brenton Clark, who's going to get underneath it for out number 2.
Yeah, and the good thing about this club is it's not even just the head coaches. I mean, the assistant coaches are established and as credited as you could get, and hell, even the athletic directors and the entire program. So it's just a bunch of great people on the field today representing Texarkana in a huge game as Walker Wright looks to close out the first inning, holding the Leopards scoreless here with WT coming up with 2 outs.
First pitch called high. Ball 1 to WT Jones. Second pitch misses high as well. 2-0 count to WT here. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the first.
Weird positioning right here by Spencer Brown. And you don't think WT would be late to hit a ball that way, but you don't know. If he hits it down that line, he's going to have a shot to run for a while probably.
Yeah, the line there, very exposed there, especially with Jace Elrod even playing a little bit over. But he plays right into their position as Walker Wright comes over again for out number 3. Great job right there by Walker Wright of getting over on that deep ball in the infield to Jared Halter. The Hawks get out of the inning unscathed as Liberty-Eylau can't scratch one across. As they take a small break, we'll take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
And we're back live here at Liberty-Eylau as Cal Jones sets off to face Book Anderson, leadoff hitter for the Hawks this inning. First pitch driven hard down the third baseline for strike number one.
Yeah, and a lot different pace this game than the last two we've done. I mean, obviously the stakes aren't as high, which plays into that. But both guys working very fast and hitters ready to hit. And you've seen a lot of good baseball so far. As this ball's going to hit Nick Reed right in the head behind us.
It's not, but definitely a scare for the fans. If we were playing banana ball, a chance for it to be an out there. But just strike two here at this ball game. As we got kids running around for the foul balls if they're giving away free snow cones like they used to do.
And just like that, it's 0-2 to Buck Anderson from Cal Jones.
Nice pitch right there from Cal Jones, and the Liberty-Eylau faithful want a strike three called.
Yeah, I think Jones did too. He stepped off to think about it.
Buck Anderson's going to foul another one back over the booth here. And your count remains 1-2 for the freshman DH. One-two pitch comes in low. As we tie the count.
Good job by Gardman right there. You never know if you're going to get a swing or not. So good job playing hard and keeping that ball in front.
Yeah, it looks like the Liberty-Eylau outfielders are not giving Buck that much respect.
Quick pitch gets Buck Anderson swinging for strike three and out number one of the inning for Cal Jones.
Yeah, again, we don't have the best view, but look like maybe a slider there, which is what he tried to get the call strike three for on the slide step. So don't know if that's Cal's out pitch tonight or just how it played out that way, but it'll be interesting to see how he pitches Spencer Browning right here with one out for the Hawks.
First pitch, strike to Spencer Browning.
Yeah, Spencer's been solid on that corner this year for Pleasant Grove on defense.
Breaking ball comes over the plate for a strike as well, 0-2. Spencer Browning, another one of those guys, when you look out there, you don't know this is their first year at the varsity level.
Oh, no, I'm just so proud of Spencer. He's done a lot of things that don't always show up in a box score. He's had some good at-bats that, hadn't always ended up in hits. He's made some plays that hadn't always, been on video to broadcast like some of the other ones. But he's had a great freshman year, and he's getting better every day, and he's having a heck of an at-bat right now against senior Cal Jones as he finally gets him on a strike three up.
Strikeout number two and out number two for Cal Jones and these Liberty-Eylau Leopards here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, back-to-back Ks for Cal and just really starting to get in his groove and pitching at his speed.
Ty Boozer steps into the box for the Pleasant Grove Hawks.
Yeah, my favorite Hawk, Ty Boozer. Cal Jones is not a guy you want to get some momentum, and I'm sure Ty will do everything he can right here with two outs to try to get on bases. He's already choking up in that 1-0 count, trying to put a ball in play.
1-0 pitch on the way. And this called strike ties the count at 1-1. Pleasant Grove became threatening with two outs in the last inning. I'm sure they're looking to do the same thing here. There will be another called strike. Strike number two, 1-2, your new count with two outs here, nobody on.
Yeah, and really a big at-bat for the Hawks as they have a chance to.
Ground ball hit the shortstop here. W.C. Jones scoops it up, whips it over to Dylan Neighbors for out number three. As Liberty-Eylau gets out of the inning, 1-2-3. They take a little break. We're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day. we're back live here at Liberty-Eylau. We've got a little pitcher's duel, I guess you could say, going on right here. Still 0-0 in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, you know, the Leopards will try to change that here in the bottom of the second as the Hawks have had more at-bats than the Leopards, obviously. But it's definitely, I mean, we've played an inning and a half in 22 minutes, which is not the normal pace for these two. So far it's been fun to be a part of.
Britton Pipe steps into the box to lead it off for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards here. First pitch comes in low, ball 1.
Pipes hit some balls very hard the last time we were here at this place in this game. So it'll be interesting to see how that swing carries over against the freshman.
As he fouls one off for strike number 1. I know Jay mentioned Spencer Browning and how well he's played the hot corner for the Hawks this year, but Britton Pipe's only a sophomore, has played the hot corner for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards phenomenal this year and last year as well.
Britton's a very good player.
Great play.
So that's a great play by Walker Wright to get the first out of the inning.
Ball hit right back up the middle. Walker Wright makes the play with ease for out number 1. That's going to bring Dylan Garden, your catcher, up for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards tonight.
Yeah, although we're only in the second inning, neither pitcher's really pitched a lot of pitches so far, so we could probably see both of these pitchers go deep into this game.
First pitch strike from Walker Wright. Both pitchers will definitely go far in this game, and I think the game could be over really quickly if we keep going at this pace right here.
Well, if Walker Wright keeps throwing that breaking ball like that, it'll be whatever he wants to do here. So it's back-to-back pitches right there that have been in really good spots for him.
Second pitch called ball low, so you counts 1-1 now with 1 out.
Yeah, Cade tried to frame that just a little bit higher than what it came in at, but the umpire still calls it a ball.
As Walker Wright comes back and gets a swing and strike from Dylan Garden, 1-2, your new count.
Yeah, and Walker's been involved in 3 of the first 4 outs here with the, covering the bag twice and the 1-3 put out. So he's had to do some work himself in the field, and obviously he's had to make the pitches. So far he's doing his job for the Hawks as he's looking to get the second out of this inning.
2-2 pitch on the way here. And it's poked out there to right field. It's going to be a base hit for Dylan Garden. And the Leopards have 1 on with 1 out.
Yeah, really good job by Gardner right there, just hitting the breaking ball away with 2 strikes to give the Leopards a runner on first with 1 out.
Aiden Easter steps into the box for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. We're going to have a designated runner, J.D. Davis, comes in for the catcher, Dylan Garden. Aiden Easter, your center fielder, is going to be the one stepping into the box here, looking to make something happen and get Liberty-Eylau on the board. First pitch popped up, going to be a play for Ty Boozer here in foul territory. He's going to make the play for out number 2. Not what the Leopards wanted to see right there.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Coach Fowler. You finally get the freshman in the stretch with a runner on, and you know he has a little bit of trouble kind of holding runners, and you get a first pitch foul fly out. So not exactly what they wanted, but Leopards still have a runner on, a very good runner who'll probably be looking to take a base here with 2 outs.
Well, speaking of that, as a base runner, what are you looking at when you've got a left-handed pitcher for your sign to keep stepping off?
Well, we all know that Coach Fowler teaches it a little bit different. I would say he's in a exactly right there. He's in a one-way look where he's not going to go just because because he is courtesy running. A lot of times with the left-handers early, you probably give some other guys some chances, but I haven't seen this kid just yet, so I don't know if he can still on the left hand or not. But Walker's trying to give him his best move, and if I'm Coach Fowler, I'm probably just one-way leading and trying to go first to third on a hit if I'm coaching the Leopards. But Zach does do base running a little bit more advanced, and be interesting to see what they have here put in play.
1-0 pitch. on the way to Neighbors. It's outside, bringing the count to 2-0 here. May see a little movement out of JD right here.
It's definitely, I mean, I don't know that you can go wrong in an 0-0 game and you're the home team, but Neighbors has had a pretty good year in a 2-0 count.
And I think Caden Martin was thinking the same thing here, 2-0. We're going to get some movement. But J.D. Davis does a good job of sticking close to the bag. What, you guys like the back pick? Or no, you guys don't like the back pick? I know some coaches don't like for the catchers to back pick.
You know, you want the outs any way you can get them. If I'm coaching, if I'm Riley Fincher, you know, if we think we can get an out, you know, unfortunately, not much good can probably come from that. I mean, if you get out, everybody's a genius. But if you throw a ball away with the bottom half up and all they have to do is, you know, a pass ball or whatever, it's not the best situation. But it looks like neither of that's going to matter, as Ty Boozer's going to be involved in another play to end the inning for Walker Wright and the Hawks.
Great play by Ty Boozer over here in foul territory for out number 3. And Liberty-Eylau will not score. 0-0 for another inning here. As they take a break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today.
You've spent years working hard to create your financial security. Reward yourself with a checking account designed specifically for you by a bank that shows you the outstanding level of customer service you deserve. With State Bank's Elite Checking, you can qualify for a competitive rate of interest, no monthly service fee, free checks, and superior customer service. Let State Bank be your bank for service, relationships, and living life to its fullest.
And we're back, still 0-0 here at Liberty-Eylau as Jace Elrod gets ready to step into the box. Cal Jones looking to put up another score this inning, but the Hawks definitely want to do something about that.
Yeah, I mean, both guys have done a great job. Ellie's in a good spot here with 9-1-2 coming up, and it looks like maybe Cal's going to get the first out, the 9-hole out on the first pitch, which is about as good as you can do in this league. So he'll have the leadoff guy up with a very low pitch count and one out here in the top of the third for Cal Jones and the Leopards.
A little flare just outside of the third baseline for Britton Pipes. Pretty bang-bang play for him. But that brings up the leadoff hitter and a great hitter, one of my favorite hitters to watch, Brenton Clark here.
Oh, yeah, so proud of Brenton. He's worked so hard. He's one, you know, if you just show up to watch him play, it's like he's gotten better overnight. But we've been able to see him work on different parts of his game over time. You know, he's been an infielder at times. He's a very, very elite center fielder, and obviously was a great runner. He's added some power. I think he, you know, leads the team and triples for sure. So great player, having a great year. And he's before the season, I said, hey, your outs just aren't giving you a chance to get on base. And now you look up, and every time he's getting out, he's hitting balls hard, and he's doing a great job for the Hawks.
Well, he's also got 19 walks.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, his on base percentage is got to be, I'd say, well over 500.
Well, when you've been on varsity as long as he has, you get respect, and obviously he's earned it, he deserves it, and all those good things that come with it. But he's been going on a 3-year starter. There hadn't been very many for them. I think Grayson Weckworth and you know, maybe Jackson Cobb and some of those guys during Nick's day, but not many 4-year starters for the Hawks that have ever came through. And he's earned the respect to get pitched around a little bit, and he's done a really good job, as we'll see right here on 3-1, of swinging at the pitches in his count he needs to.
And that's going to be a 3-1 ball 4 for Brenton Clark. So that'll be one runner on with one out for second baseman Jared Halter.
How many times do you think this has happened this year where Clark's on first and Halter's up? I mean,
more than I could think of.
I mean, it's like every inning if Brenton's on, Jared's coming up, which he's hit behind him all year, so that makes sense. But very rarely do I feel like Jared's hitting with either somebody else on base from the bottom half or hitting with nobody on base. So he's done a great job this year. Brenton has
34 times if you want that answer.
Yeah. That's a lot. How many at bats?
Let's see. Looking at
Jared Halter gets a hold of one, and it's going deep into left field. It's going to hit the ground on the warning track. Brenton Clark's going to come around and score. No, he stops at third. So that's going to be a double off the wall for Jared Halter.
Yeah, Cal Jones is not going to be happy about that, as him and Jared have been lifelong friends for a long, long time. That is not going to be a good conversation for those two.
Great swing on the ball there for Jared Halter. I think everybody in the ballpark may have thought that was gone at one point.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have the best view from how low we're sitting, but you were giving it the benefit of the doubt for sure if you were sitting here watching thinking it was going to go. And now Cal's in a tough spot out of nowhere with not really the guy you want to face with one out in the infield back. So
first pitch strike to J.M. Long, senior for the Hawks.
That's just, you know, unfortunately walks just changed the game so fast. I mean, you're one pitch on a 3-1 count from maybe being strike two to go to full count to the next pitch. All of a sudden now you got second and third, one out, and you know anything right outside of that dirt's going to score 2 runs, as Jared's a great runner as well. So very unfortunate, but that's how fast baseball changes sometimes.
0-2 pitch on the way to J.M. Long here.
Now they're trying to sneak the infield in, it looks like, as Cal comes in. They're going to leave second back and first, but looks like third's about halfway, and WT's just kind of, I don't know what he's doing, actually. He's in, he's out.
Definitely not wanting Brenton Clark to score the first run of this ball game. 1-2 pitch to J.M. Long is outside, even in the count at 2-2. J.M. working himself back into this count.
Well, and J.M. is one of the Hawks that does have a home run in his history already, so you've got to keep that in mind as well.
And with the base open, not the worst thing to walk him, but J.M.'s gonna make that hard, I think, because he's definitely up there to hit. He's not looking to walk, but even a sac fly right here would be very beneficial, as I'm pretty sure Jared would tag up as well. So anything but a strikeout here will give the Hawks most likely the lead. I would, a walk or a strikeout hit by pitch will probably give them the lead. So J.M. looking to have a productive at bat here for the Hawks.
J.M. Long fighting off breaking balls here, trying to get his pitch.
Well, he had that single in the first hole, or in the first inning through first and second. So if he could just do that again, he'd be in a good spot. But unfortunately, he can't.
And he's going to strike out for out number 2 of the inning. Dylan Gordon does a great job of checking Brenton Clark there at third before making the throw down to first.
Yeah, really good job by Gartman. And now if you're Zach Fowler, do you put Cade Martin on here to pitch to the freshman with 2 outs?
Cade Martin, definitely a power hitter. In the last game between these two on this field, he did leave the yard.
And hit a double as well.
It's got to be in the back of your mind if you're Cal Jones here. Great breaking ball, first pitch, strike from Cal Jones to Cade Martin.
Yeah, I think either one of them could be poison to the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. Hunter leading the team in batting average and doubles. Be tough to be able to put Cade on.
Breaking ball just off the plate there, ties the count at 1-1 here.
Well, there's only a wrong answer if somebody gets on.
Well, and I don't think you give Cade Martin his pitch. I mean, you do have the base open.
If he keeps flipping those breaking balls in around the zone like that, he'll be in a good spot, as you see, just like that. But unfortunately, you still got to put him. Sometimes you got to put him out of the zone when you're as big and physical as Cade Martin. You can still top in balls for a hit like he did his last at bat. So be interesting to see what they do 1-2 here, as Cal Jones is coming to Cade Martin on this 1-2 pitch.
Same pitch, just off the plate. It's going to bring the count to 2-2.
Very unfortunate right there for the Leopards, as that looked good from here.
And a pitch that can get you out of a real tough spot here if there's runners on second and third with 2 outs.
Yeah, the only thing that could have been is a seam outside, I think.
2-2 pitch, foul straight back.
Looks like he's going over top with the curveball right now and kind of throwing that slider almost from the other arm slot. You wonder how many – he's went curveball, slider, curveball, slider, curveball, it looks like from here. And Again, we don't have the best angle, but that's what it looks like. You wonder if Cade will pick it up right here. This will be his 6th most likely breaking ball to see from Cal Jones.
And he pokes it out to first base as Dylan Neighbor settles under it for out number 3. And Liberty-Eylau gets out of the dangerous spot unscathed. 0-0, still your score. As they take a small break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
And we're back here live at Liberty-Eylau as Walker Wright takes the mound. 0-0 ball game here. Maddox Moore going to be your leadoff hitter for the Leopards.
Yeah, and Maddox, I believe, is a freshman, if that's right.
That's correct.
I believe Nate Moore's little brother, who was obviously a very talented player for the Leopards, and I'm sure Maddox is obviously, you know, a talented young kid, as the Leopards have several of them. He came up when Tristan got hurt off the JV, and I think has had a pretty good showing so far for the Leopards. And now with Colin Davis being banged up a little bit with his back, he's getting some more ABs here. So be interesting to see here two freshmen getting after it to try to start off the bottom of the third, Jay.
Well, and Wright has only thrown 25 pitches, so averaging about 12 an inning. And if he can be out of this inning after 12 pitches, I think Pleasant Grove will still be in good shape.
First pitch, high and outside. So Maddox Moore giving the Liberty-Eylau Leopards great innings all season long. Even back in the tournament play when he played up with them a little bit then, he was giving them great innings, great second baseman that can spill for them, and then also give them good at-bats at the dish. So.
Well, not only is he a good athlete, but he has been around baseball his whole life.
Oh, yeah.
So he's seen a lot, even though he's as young as he is.
As he fouls one right back over to the ticket booth for strike number 2 here.
Well, not only has he been around it in a game like this, he's obviously played against Walker for a long time and probably not intimidated. And be interesting to see if he can set the table here for the Leopards in a 1-2 count.
He's going to hit one high out in the right field. Hunter Rose is going to settle underneath this one, and that'll be out number 1 for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. And that's going to bring up Hagen Power. One out, nobody on for the Leopards here.
Hagen hitting .265 on the year for the Leopards with 3 doubles.
Walker Wright heats it up a little bit right there for strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch just a little high and outside for ball 1.
And kind of a big at-bat here for Walker and the Hawks, as you would love to face Cal Jones with 2 outs and nobody on. So really needs to come right at the 9 hole right here as he gets him swinging to make the count 1-2.
Big swing and a miss right there from Hagen Power. So you're exactly right. The Liberty-Eylau Leopards need Power to get on here for Cal Jones to have a table set for him. That's going to be a strikeout for Walker Wright as he gets Hagen Power swinging for out number 2 of the inning. And that's going to bring up senior Cal Jones. 2 outs, nobody on right here for Walker Wright and the Hawks.
Yeah, Spencer Brown continues to play just inside the cut of grass in the infield.
Well, and some of them aren't afraid to bunt. I mean, we've seen that, especially Cal. I mean, we saw Cal bunt with one strike or one strike on him last game, I believe it was. So, I mean, Cal's not afraid, but I think on his one of, if not his last games here at Leopard Field as a Leopard, I don't know that he's bunting an 0-0 game with two outs right here.
1-1 is the count here. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a strike as well, making the count 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Breaking ball is going to be off the plate to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, kind of that hard breaking ball, which we haven't really seen a whole lot of. He's kind of thrown the 12-6 for the get me over a little bit, but that was more of a harder strike three breaking ball, and a good job by Kay blocking just in case.
Kyle Jones goes down to get one. It looks like he's going to go up the middle. Jerry Halter's going to have a chance to get there, but no play to be made as Kyle Jones has a 2-out hit for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards.
Single by Cal Jones brings up number 3, Tristan Howe.
And that's going to bring up Tristan Howe, another guy that I always talk about who we've seen grow up kind of in the programs around here. And he's come on to be a great player for these Liberty-Eylau Leopards.
Yeah, Tristan's a phenomenal athlete. He's starting to come in his body a little bit and do some things. He got banged up a little bit earlier, but big at bat right here, especially if Cal can steal a bag early for him. He'll definitely be looking to get the Leopards on the board. He's really filled the gap for Fowler, Coach Fowler, in the fact that he's hitting between Cal and WT, and he's done more than just hang out there. He's having a great year hitting 370. So.
And that one's going to go right down the line. Browning going to have a chance to make a play on it. He's got to get out of his glove, and he will make the throw. Great play by Ty Boozer to scoop it off the ground. The Hawks are going to get out of this thing. We're still 0-0 here. As they take a break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we're back live here at Liberty-Eylau, H.E. Markham Park, where we've got ourselves a ball game here. 0-0 still. Top of the fourth inning. Hunter Rose is set to face off against Cal Jones.
I don't think I've dozed off to too many pitches, but both pitchers, I have them at 38 pitches apiece. So
we'll check that. We're going to check that with Zach the Stat Doty over here and see what we got on the pitch count.
Cal's at 45.
Oh. 45 for Cal, and do we have a Walker right number?
Give me just a second. Walker has thrown 46.
So we got 45 and 46.
Must have missed some foul balls soon.
Pitch 46 for Cal Jones is going to be ball one. It's 100 Rose.
Not many leadoffs that can also hit in the 5-hole with the highest average on the team, like Hunter Rose, that also when he leads off the top of the fourth here, you feel like the leadoff's up. So Riley's done a really good job of constructing his lineup, and Hunter's got a chance to give the Hawks a leadoff guy on here as he checks his swing to make it 2-1 from Cal Jones.
Two-one pitch on the way here. Hunter Rose is going to go downstairs and get that one and drive it into the fence over on the first baseline, making the count 2-2. Two pitches hit to Dylan Neighbors over at first. Cal Jones is going to get over and make the out. 1 out for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards here as Buck Anderson steps into the plate.
Yeah, I'm looking for the team to make the first energy move. You know, you look at both dugouts right now, and they're a little quieter than what we're used to. So I would imagine somebody's going to make a move soon.
Buck Anderson just made a move by hitting one deep out in the center field, but Aiden Easter again tracks that one down. That's out number 2 for the inning.
Regardless of if the pitch counts were 35 or 45, it's not going to be much higher than either, as he's going to look to get Spencer Browning out here as quick as he can to have a quick inning. This at bat could be probably the difference in, him having a not necessarily the end all be all, but if he could get out of this on a 7-pitch inning, he'd have a real chance to go all 7 without needing any kind of special help later on.
First pitch, swing and a miss, or a foul ball, I should say. Strike number 1.
Very good swing by Spencer, but nonetheless a foul tip back to Gartman, as that'll make the count 0-1 from Cal Jones here.
Pitch number 2 is going to be a swing and strike as well. 0-2 your count.
Yeah, Cal definitely in the driver's seat at this at bat.
Throws the breaking ball again. Comes in low for ball number 1. Definitely an out you want to get if you're Cal Jones, because Ty Boozer, one of those guys I like to call inning extenders. You never want to see them come up with 2 out and somebody on.
Yeah, and just the inning Cal's had, there's no reason to really mess around right here. If you give up a hit, you give one up. I mean, so what? You don't want to waste pitches, in my opinion, and he's definitely not trying to miss because he's right around the zone. But big 2-2 pitch here, as you don't want to go 3-2 and have to throw Spencer a fastball.
Spencer Browning fouls that one off down that first baseline. Count's going to stay here at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. Cal Jones coming right at Spencer Browning.
And we talked about the job that Cal was trying to do to get Spencer out. I mean, Spencer's done a really good job here of turning an 0-2 count to a pretty good at-bat as he'll look to finish. This is quite a few amount of pitches in a row as he's looking to get a walk or a base hit out of this to get on base here for the Hawks for 2 outs.
Another breaking ball from Cal Jones, foul back off behind us here again.
Well, he's not trying to do anything any more than what Cal's giving him.
And there he goes again for foul ball. We've got the umpire asking for baseballs. Anytime that happens, you know you're having a pretty good at-bat up there.
Oh, he's done a great job of extending Cal out and getting his pitch count up. And it's about time for Cal to drop down and throw that slider again, see what he ends up doing.
2-2 pitch. He's going to get Spencer Browning on a strikeout. Great job right there by Cal Jones. As Liberty-Eylau gets out of this thing, keeping it 0-0. As they take a break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day. And we're live here at Liberty-Eylau, still 0-0. As we slide into the bottom of the 4th inning here, W.T. Jones is going to be your leadoff hitter. Walker Wright still looking great on the mound right now.
Yeah, I mean, and this will be, maybe his biggest test so far, but a big test to get 3, 4, 5 here out as, through 4.5, we've got 5 combined hits, not many more base runners, and way more strikes than time spent playing. So it's been a good game, and, unfortunately for one of these guys, I think it's going to go bad in a hurry, and, I hope it's not for Walker Wright right here. But if he keeps getting calls like that on the breaking ball down, it'll be hard for him to go bad in a hurry, as that was a great pitch and a great job by Cade to get under it.
Well, in regards to 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Liberty-Eylau definitely probably has the best in the district as far as batting average goes. Got 2 of them batting over 400 and one at 384. So that's pretty salty.
Definitely the thick of the lineup right here. As W.T. Jones is going to hit a ground ball over to J.M. Long. Flips it over to Ty Boozer, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, and a good job really by Walker to really just good job all the way around. Good job by J.M. to come get it. Good job by Walker to just get a ground ball and be okay with that. And that'll bring up Brenton Pipes, who showed some power this year for the Leopards with nobody on and 1 out.
Yeah, J.M. able to just throw the ball over to first base, just making it look effortlessly, and smooth throw to Ty.
First pitch bounces in the dirt for 1-0.
Yeah, J.M., it looked like he almost played it on the wrong hop kind of, but when you're as talented as him, sometimes it doesn't matter. He's just as good as they come for a high school senior.
Pipes hits a shot over at Spencer Browning. Unfortunately, that's not the guy that is tested very easily with the ground ball. That's out number 2.
Yeah, we have been talking about where he was playing all game. He was perfectly situated right there, but it had to take a step back to make the throw as he was a little bit on the grass maybe, but when you're as talented as him and you got hands like him, good things seem to happen as it'll bring up Dylan Gardman with 2 outs here, who singled to right field his last at bat.
First pitch high and outside, 1-0.
Well, Walker Wright had to make a play just to get out of the way of the throw.
Yeah. Garden's going to foul one off out of play here, evening up that count at 1-1. Someone in a red Ford is going to have a nice surprise when they walk out to their vehicle. One pitch on the way here to Garden. Same area for that foul ball.
And Gardner's trying to hit that fastball away like he did his last. I don't know if he hit a fastball honestly, but he did hit a ball hard to right field. He's almost trying to take a ball to right field with his swing, but I won't be surprised if Walker gives him the breaking ball here to try to negate that.
And there's the third foul ball over that first baseline there, out of play. Counts 1-2, and there's no baseballs.
I told a lady earlier today that her car would be safe over there, so hopefully it doesn't hit her car.
I think you couldn't keep that. Hopefully you didn't promise, because you couldn't keep that. Great pitch right there from Walker Wright, but it comes in low, evening up the count at 2.
Yeah, good job again by Cade. Cade's been pretty good back there, and you know, the results don't end up mattering because there's not a swing, but you know, you don't know that at the time, as we've talked about. So good job by Cade there, and a good job by Walker by throwing a pitch on 1-2 finally that it would be impossible to foul off, as it'll take it to 2-2 here.
Dylan Garden hits another one hard just over the glove of J.M. Long. That's out in the left field for a single. And that's a great at-bat right there from Gordon.
Yeah, an almost unbelievable play by J.M., who just kind of timed the jumper on. But just good things happen when you get in hitters' counts, and you could tell Gartman was looking for fastballs, and that'll bring our courtesy runner back with 2 outs, as last time he did not try to steal a base.
J.D. Davis will take over the running duties for your catcher, Dylan Garden here, and that's going to bring up Aiden Easter, your center fielder, up to bat. 2 outs. Runner on first here. We're going to see a pick move here from Wright. And Davis is going to be back underneath the tag.
That'll tie us up at 3 hits apiece for both teams, as Gartman has 2 of the 3 Leopard hits with Cal Jones. Little bigger lead as Coach Fowler calls out some numbers.
And Wright goes back to it. Davis underneath the tag.
23-1 is the call out here if you were listening from Coach Fowler. Whatever 23-1 means is what will be next.
Walker right to the plate. Cade Martin on the back pick again. J.D. Davis, a pretty athletic guy, able to get back in.
I really think this is one of those things where it's not a big as deal as you think. I mean, Walker's worried about the runner. Cade's ready to bat pick. And if they'll just settle in and go after the hitter with 2 outs here, they'll have a good chance to do something good. Last thing you want to do is throw a ball away.
Coach Fincher steps outside the dugout, probably saying it without saying it to Walker Wright. Let's go get the batter here. Goes at Easter. J.D. Davis is going to go in the late steal here, and he's safe underneath the tag.
Oh, we're calling him
Now
out.
we're going to call him out now.
We're calling batter's interference.
Batter's interference. He came across the plate. And that's going to be out number 3 in the inning. A little wonky ending to that inning for the Leopards there. But as they take a break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today.
You've spent years working hard to create your financial security. Reward yourself with a checking account designed specifically for you by a bank that shows you the outstanding level of customer service you deserve. With State Bank's Elite Checking, you can qualify for a competitive rate of interest, no monthly service fee, free checks, and superior customer service. Let State Bank be your bank for service, relationships, and living life to its fullest.
And we're back live here at Liberty-Eylau, H.E. Markham Park. We've got a nice crowd tonight for this 0-0 ball game here in the bottom or the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, I mean, 59 minutes into it, we're headed into the 5th inning, which is as good as you could ask for, probably for and it helps when you got a first and second place conference team, but good pitching. The offense is even. It's evenly, good or bad, however you want to look at it, with 3 hits each, and just kind of a big call right there on a batter's interference call for out number 3. Will bring up Ty Boozer for the Hawks, looking to get some momentum.
Yeah, I just got through peeking at the weather app, and the rain is now 15 minutes earlier than what it originally was scheduled, so it's good that we've got good pace. And for those that are day trading, you may want to buy some Spalding stock, because we've had a few foul balls go out today.
0-1 pitch on the way to Ty Boozer here. And that's going to be a foul ball as well, making the count 0-2. But it's almost like both of these pitchers knew that the weather may get bad a little bit later tonight as well, and they're trying to get this thing going.
Yeah, it's 2 guys that would like to get their Friday started as soon as they can, for sure. And they've done a great job. And, I don't honestly know who threw earlier this week or what the plan is for next week, but be interesting to see what kind of the bullpens look like today. We always talk about it, bullpen action in this game, but with this being the last game of the season, really, you don't really know where they'll want to go. Hawks probably have more ideal option than the Leopards, but it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
So WT threw a complete game Tuesday, and Luke Flanagan threw a complete game Tuesday. So they have the rest of their pitching staff.
So everybody pretty much fully loaded for this game tonight if they have to go there. Not very much ball game left to go there. As this count goes 3-2 to Ty Boozer here.
Yeah, so if you're Riley Fincher, you're, I would say, hoping for a late score and get Jared Halter in the bullpen as fast as you can, if I had to guess.
Great pitch from Cal Jones as he gets Ty Boozer swinging on the strikeout.
Yeah, it looked good. Ty Boozer definitely a little switched up there.
Out number 1, a big out right there for the Leopards as they bring up Jace, as Jace Elrod steps into the batter's box for the Hawks.
Yeah, and Jace flew out foul to third base on the first pitch his last at bat.
I literally was just about to say I would like to see more bunts out of Jace Elrod because I don't know if there's a guy faster than him playing in this ball game tonight.
Well, be interesting to see here what Jace does. Jace doesn't need to bunt.
One back to the wall, but Hagen Powers tracks it down. Jace Elrod showing a little power in the swing right there. Just a little bit too far and then not far enough.
It was just far enough to make you think, what a story this will be. And, that's been the story of the Hawks all year, right? 2 out hits and unexpected contributors. Now, granted, it's been some young contributors over and over, but I don't know that it's been Jace Elrod hitting a home run in the 5th inning of a crosstown rivalry game. But that's kind of been the story all year. It'll be something interesting happen, if I had to guess, and it'll be with 2 out hits. So Cal Jones looking to avoid that right here to Brendan Clark as the leadoff guy steps back in, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to center.
Exactly. Brendan Clark, one of those guys that can definitely change the ball game with one swing. Cal Jones trying to stay inside there.
Yeah, good pitch, just a little bit low with the fastball.
Yeah, and unfortunate for Cal because again, I don't know if you earn him or not, but he's been right around there the whole day and has got most of them called. So unfortunate for Cal, but that'll bring 2-0 here to Brendan Clark.
2-0 hit hard to W.T. Jones. He's going to field it clean. Throw over to Neighbors, and that's out number 3 of the inning. We're still 0-0 here. As they take a break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
And we're back here in the bottom of the 5th inning where we're still tied at 0. Dylan Neighbors stepping into the box for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. Walker Wright still on the bump for the Hawks.
I don't know that this is right. I thought
Aiden Easter should have still been the leadoff hitter. They're gonna have to fix that. But the pitch is about to be thrown, so I don't know how that works out. This strike number 1 first pitch. I guess maybe not. I guess Easter's not the start off.
Well, I don't know that, to be honest, but I don't know that just because Neighbors is hitting that Fowler knows that either, as a guy that grew up and went to school with Coach Fowler. So there's just a lot of miscommunication here.
That pitch up and out of the zone for ball 2. His Neighbors wears one off the back. He's headed down to first. You got a runner on, nobody out here. Coach Fincher comes out to talk to Walker Wright. Maddox Moore due up.
You go into your 7, 8, 9 batting, and you definitely don't want to put the seven hole on base with a hit by pitch.
It's been a great game for Walker right here so far, regardless of what happens right here.
Well, what's so crazy is both of these teams are being uncharacteristic. Here we are, midway through the game or past midway through the game, and no runs. And Pleasant Grove comes into this game averaging 9.8 runs a game. Liberty-Eylau coming into this game scoring 8.4. So you would have thought that there'd be a couple of runs on the boards by now, but both these pitchers have just really done well tonight.
Exactly. Both pitchers have been in control. They've been through the lineup a few times now. Maddox Moore takes that first pitch for ball 1. Should have another back pick by Cade Moore, almost getting Neighbors at first.
Yeah, if Cade could get that ball right at the base of the bag, I think some of those would be outs.
Maddox Moore's going to foul one. Oh, right back over the backstop, almost hitting a little fan back there.
Yeah, big inning on the horizon for the Leopards here if they can manufacture a little bit, as Craig Jones has manufactured quite a few runs in his day coaching third base in Texarkana.
That is true here. Going to maybe see a little small ball here in the 1-1 count. Maddox Moore wanted to pull the trigger on it there, just couldn't do it as that pitch falls in for a strike, 1-2.
Very good pitch right there by Walker to make the count 1-2.
Cade holding that frame, keep that call strike.
Little step off pick right there from Walker Wright. In a little game with Dylan Neighbors right now at the moment. Maddox Moore, that one's going to be close. As Dylan Neighbor gets in just before the tag there. Count still 2-2 here. Nobody out. Man on first. And Maddox Moore fouls one off to the backstop. Count remains 2-2 here. Dylan Neighbors definitely has getting around the bases on his mind as his extension after the pitch is getting really big over here at first. And Maddox Moore is going to hit one right to J.M. Long. This is going to be 2 here as the Hawks will turn it. Jared Halter flipping it over to Ty Boozer for out number 2 of the inning. And that's going to bring up your 9-hole Hagen Power with 2 outs. So pretty much the best situation that Pleasant Grove could be in right now.
Yeah, very unfortunate as, Moore hit it a little bit hard there and just trying not to strike out. And unfortunately, sometimes a double play is a little bit worse than a strikeout, as that'll bring up 2 outs for Walker Wright and the Hawks.
First pitch to Hagen Power is a strike. 0-1 your count here. We're going to have a swing and a miss. 0-2.
Yeah, Walker's starting to pick up his pace just a little bit.
Well, you don't know what Coach Fincher said to him out there, but anytime you get a double play ball to give you a little bit of excitement and a little bit of energy to get after and kind of finish an inning that started out about as bad as you could want on the hit by pitch, and now all of a sudden at 1-2 you got a chance to get out of it with nobody unscathed. As I'm not sure that wouldn't have been called a strike if Cade would have caught that right there.
Looks like somehow knocked Cade's glove off.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Walker.
2-2 count here, 2 outs for Hagen Power.
Yeah, he winced just a little bit. I'm just wondering if it caught the base of his wrist.
As Power fouls one off back to the backstop. Definitely a weird situation right there with that loose ball.
Yeah, last thing Walker wants to do right here is put him on. So I would expect to see him come right at the 9-hole.
As that one bounces on the ground, it's going to make
for this 3-2 pitch right here.
Count 3-2. 2 outs here for Hagen Power. Big pitch for Walker Wright as well. Going to have a foul ball right down that first base line. They're getting a lot of action over there tonight as the count remains full.
You get this late into a game, tie game, no runs scored yet. One hit could be the difference.
One hit here, get 9-hole on to one of the best hitters on their team coming up next. It could be a bad situation. Hagen Power staying alive here, fouling one back off to the backstop, turning this thing into a pretty good at bat. Three-two pitch on the way to Hagen Power. And he's going to get him on a swing and a miss. Strike 3 as the Hawks get out of that inning. As they take a small break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today.
You've spent years working hard to create your financial security. Reward yourself with a checking account designed specifically for you by a bank that shows you the outstanding level of customer service you deserve. With State Bank's Elite Checking, you can qualify for a competitive rate of interest, no monthly service fee, free checks, and superior customer service. Let State Bank be your bank for service, relationships, and living life to its fullest.
And we're back live here at Liberty-Eylau. So we're going to have a new arm on the mound for the Leopards. It's going to be Richie Plant. We've seen Richie have a few outings on the mound this year. Dodie, you've seen him pitch personally.
Yeah, Richie's one of my favorite players to watch here in town. His last game that he pitched was against Pittsburgh. He went 6 2/3 and put up a great performance in that game. So far in the season, 29 innings pitched, 24 hits allowed, 6 earned runs, 19 walks, 24 strikeouts for a 1.44 ERA. So an incredible season here for the senior, getting to possibly pitch his last game here at H. Markham Park.
Exactly, a big game for him. Definitely going to want to come in and keep that 0 up there on the board that the Hawks have right now. But that's going to be hard to do with Jared Halter, the second baseman, stepping into the batter's box.
Anytime you have a 1.44 ERA, you've done something right. And to do it in 29 innings is not a small, easy fluke. It's got to be one of the lowest in the area. Obviously, I think Spencer Browning and Jared Halter have the lowest ERAs maybe, but Jared picking up his second hit right there offensively. But Richie Plant will give him a chance on the mound, and that's all you can ask for right here is you're in the top of the 6th in a 0-0 game is have a chance.
Jared Halter, hard hit ground ball right there. Brenton Pipes diving, trying to make that play there, but it squeezes out in the left field for a single, and that brings up J.M. Long with a man on and nobody out here.
Yeah, normally the Hawks are get them on, get them over, get them in, but it'll be interesting to see what Coach Fincher wants to do with his 3-hole J.M. Long up.
Curveball. High. 1-0 here.
Yeah, Britton took a couple of steps in just thinking that it could be a bump being played, but that was not shown.
Ball 2.
Be interesting to see if JM's ready to hit here 2-0 and if he gets the 2-0 fastball.
2-0 pitch is going to be hit hard out in the right field. That's probably going to score Halter. As Hagan Powers rounds it up in the corner. Coach Fincher's going to give him the breaks at third. And there's J.M. Long with a double off the wall. And that's going to be runners on second and third here. Nobody out for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. And junior Cade Martin, the power hitting catcher.
And just like that, you start to feel a couple of raindrops here as Coach Fowler comes out to make sure we all get wet here in the rain.
Come out, have to tell Richie to calm down just a little bit. A little change in pace for the Leopards.
Looks
right
like
now.
He's taking the ball from him.
We're going to have Dylan Neighbors come in to pitch. So a quick outing right there for Richie Plant. The Neighbors started off the game as your first baseman.
Which I don't really know. He wasn't at first right there.
No, he wasn't at first right there. He was actually inside the dugout.
It's just like playing at East Cobb over here. You can just do whatever you want to do, I think. But
Now we're having a glove coloration problem for Dylan Neighbors. Got to get a new glove. The brown didn't work, but the baby blue will.
One, the good thing for Liberty-Eylau, even though you do have runners in score position, they haven't scored yet.
Dylan Neighbors only 6 innings pitched on the season so far.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see kind of, you know, at this point, I think if you're Dylan Neighbors and Coach Fowler, you're just trying to limit damage. I don't know that you can get out of this without giving up a run. But if you do give up one, you don't want to give up very many. You still want to give yourself a chance as you got 1, 2, 3 coming up in the next inning. So be interesting to see how they play it and how many they actually give up.
The last time we did see Neighbors pitch was against Pleasant Grove. He came in and kind of stopped the bleeding during that one bad inning for the Hawks. And so he came in, got a strikeout, was able to end the inning finally before that game was over.
Neighbors set to face Cade Martin. Cade Martin, I believe, is the one to burst this game wide open last time they played here at this park.
It's a great job by Gartman to block that ball right there.
1-0 pitch to Cade Martin here.
LE playing with the infielders back. I mean, third baseman will have a chance, as always, to get the play at home. But middle's definitely back, and corners are halfway. So anything outside of the corners will give up a run here.
Cade Martin gets a hold of one. It's going to be deep enough to score Halter from third. Hagen Powers is going to have to try to throw him out at home here. And that's going to be the first run of the ball game coming here late in the top of the 6th. 1-0 is your new score on the sac fly from Cade Martin.
Yeah, and a good job by Cade Martin. I mean, I know he wanted to do a lot more, but that could be the difference in the game right there. Just putting the ball in play, good things happen, especially when you got runners like Jared on third.
J.M. Long tags up as well, so now Pleasant Grove is threatening with a runner on third and 1 out.
At this point, the Leopards will bring the entire infield in.
First pitch falls outside for ball 1. The Neighbors gets back inside for strike number 1. 1-1, your new count. We are having some rain droplets come down. We're going to try to do our best to bring you guys the end of this close ball game here. Hunter Rose gets a hold of one. That's going to be back. Hagen Powers flipping his hips to the wall, and it's off the wall. That's going to score J.M. Long, and Hunter Rose is round to second. There's going to be a play at third, and Rose is out at third. But not before J.M. Long scores to make the score 2-0.
Yeah, and I don't know that was necessarily the right call in a 4-man crew right there in front of you. They got a better angle than we do, but it looked like Hunter was safe on that. But nonetheless, a very good swing to get a run in. And the Hawks get what they want in getting a run in, and the Leopards get an out as well, as Buck Anderson will step in with 2 outs.
Hunter Rose credited with the double there, RBI double, making this game 2-0. Huge part of the ball game right here. And Buck Anderson's got a chance to extend it. (2-0) count to your freshman DH here, Buck Anderson. That's going to be hit hard down the third baseline. Pipe stretches out but can't grab it. Buck's going to go for 2 here. He puts on the brakes and retreats back to first base as he has a 2-out single.
Yeah, and I mean, Neighbors was kind of all around the zone the first 2 pitches, but didn't get the call on either one, as you hear Coach Fowler asking where those were at. And just a really good job by Buck Anderson being ready to hit 2-0 and getting the fastball to bring up Spencer Browning, as the Hawks are going to run for Buck Anderson with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Jamarian Richardson steps onto the field for Buck Anderson here to run. Spencer Browning comes up to the plate. This is a big spot for him. A chance to kind of extend this thing a little bit more for Pleasant Grove here.
Yeah, and Spencer had some good swings. He doesn't have anything to show for it really, but he had some good swings on the fastball. Obviously, Richie's fastball will be a little different than Cal's. So as the runner gets to second right now on that pitch, it'll be interesting to see what Spencer does with the fastball here, as most likely will get one from Richie Plant.
Great read on the ball in the dirt right there from Richardson. The young freshman moved up on this Pleasant Grove roster. One out to Browning, misses just off the plate.
Yeah, and just like that, the Hawks run another hitter's count here. Spencer will be stepping in 2-0.
Yeah, Liberty-Eylau really not putting much pressure on the base runner.
Spencer Browning fouling one right back off to the backstop here. 2-1, your new count. Yeah, Richardson, a guy you kind of probably want to keep close to the second base, as anything on the grass will probably score him if you don't.
Well, and again, you've given up 2 more than you want to, but you definitely want to keep it at 3. You got either a good out or a lucky out, however you want to look at it, getting Hunter out at third to get the second out of the inning. And, the last thing you want to do is give up another run here. Keep it to 2. You probably got a chance with 6 outs to score 2 runs to tie it. Be a little tougher if Spencer gets a hit right here.
Well, if Spencer gets on, that brings up Ty Boozer, batting .400.
Nice pitch right there. The LE fans definitely wanted to see that call strike 3. But we're sitting here full count. (3-2) on the way. And the miss is outside.
I'm not sure anybody knows the count. Okay.
That was definitely 3-2. There we go.
I don't think Spencer knew what the count was.
Yeah, it was an interesting situation. As it was when Spencer asked, finally, he put him on. I don't know if he knew that was ball 4 and he was just going to let Spencer get another pitch, or I don't really know who's in control of the box. But nonetheless, we got runners on first and second.
Well, I missed a few pitches earlier in the game too, so I'm not going to say anything.
Ty Boozer up 2 outs, 2 on right here for the Hawks. And that pitch falls in for strike 1.
Again, a big out here for the Leopards as they're trying to get Ty Boozer out.
There goes another pitch on that outside corner for strike number 2. And Ty Boozer swings through that one for strike number 3, and Liberty-Eylau gets out of the inning, but not before Pleasant Grove strikes, and they strike twice. 2-0, your new score. As they take a small break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we're back here at H.E. Markham Park. Liberty-Eylau versus Pleasant Grove, a 2-0 ball game. After Pleasant Grove scores 2, In the top of the 6th, Leopards now with a chance to capitalize as they return to the top of the order. Cal Jones up to bat first for the Leopards.
Yeah, if you're the Leopards, it's unfortunate you give up the 2 spot in the top, but you don't want anybody else leading off than Cal Jones, who singled his last at bat. So you kind of got what you want. It's unfortunate to be down at this point, but you got your 1, 2, 3 guys up and an offense that can score at will at times.
Well, Walker Wright is 6 outs away from doing what no team in district has done to Liberty-Eylau this year, and that is shut them out.
Cal Jones does exactly what he has been doing all year, puts the ball in play and gets a single in between the gap between first and second.
That voice that you are hearing is Game Day's finest Zach Doty, who is filling in as the 4th member of our crew on this audio set tonight.
And actually probably the most important, because you gave me a little credit about possibly providing these stats in front of you today, but Zach is actually the man who puts those together for us.
Zach is the man. He is in charge.
Takes a lot of work, but sometimes it ends up being worth it.
Yeah, it definitely takes a village, as Cam Sullivan and Donovan, last name
Brown.
Donovan Brown. Just a good crew here out in this rain at Markham Field today, is broadcasting this Hawks and Leopards game here on a beautiful Friday night in the rain.
Well, and it's just good to know that when Nick's got to run and get a hot dog, that Zach can step up.
Nick can go wherever he wants, because I have no idea where Morgan is. I'm just pretending like I'm in charge, because I don't know who he is here.
First of all, I just want to clear it up. I was using the restroom.
Yeah.
I just want to clear that up. We got a 2-0 count here. Runner on first, nobody out. Tristan Howe hits it up the middle to J.M. Long. He's going to try turn 2 here. Gets it over to Halster, over to Boozer. And that's going to be 2 outs just like that for the Hawks.
J.M. Long animated out there with that turn 2 for Pleasant Grove. Continues to keep this shutout in place.
What a great job by Walker Wright. I mean, you give up the single. I don't think that he's pitched this deep, at least in a while, maybe all year. And, you kind of got the bridge guy we talked about in Tristan, who's a great player, and trying to get from Cal to WT without giving up too many. And you look up and you get the second double play of the game. So great job by Walker Wright to get the Hawks to 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
It's been very impressive to see Walker capitalize on the putting the ball in play offense that LE has. I mean, throwing strikes, getting them to put the ball in play, and capitalize twice now with 2 double plays, a 6-4-3 double play both times.
WT Jones really gets a hold of one. Brent Clark looks like he's right in position. That's going to be out number 3. And that's going to take us to the top of the 7th inning here. 2-0 your scores. They take a break. We're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day. We're back live here at Liberty-Eylau. Well, we're in the top of the 7th. Pleasant Grove is taking the lead 2-0. And they're back up to bat with Jace Elrod starting it off as he fouls one off over the home dugout. 0-1 your count.
Yeah, Jace's last at bat, I mean, just inches, if not feet away from, a home run to break open the 0-0 game. So one of his better at bats we've seen from him. His last at bat, be interested to see how he follows it up here as he looks to flip this lineup over for Brendan Clark to get his 4th at bat of the day.
That second pitch comes in low and away for ball 1. We got a 1-1 count here. Second pitch just high, bringing the count to 2-1. Another miss there. 3-1, your new count here to Jace Elrod. Not the guy you want to walk with, Brenton Clark.
Yeah, and if you're the Leopards, I mean, this is the one thing you don't want is a walk to the 9-hole, but unfortunately it's a little bit harder than you want it to be, especially in the rain here. But Richie doing a good job of making it 3-2 to Jace Elrod here to start off the top of the 7th.
Last pitch comes in low because strike 3 to Jace Elrod. It's going to be out number 1 for the inning.
Yeah, unfortunate for Jace, definitely a ball, but if you're Jace, you probably take it in a 2-0 lead. It's a very unfortunate thing, but it'll bring up Brendan Clark, who is 0 for 2 today with a walk.
First pitch comes in low, bouncing right in front of his feet. Going to be 1-0.
When Liberty-Eylau can get 3 up, 3 down here and get back, maybe get a couple runs, get this game tied up.
Brendan Clark hits one hard out in the center field. Easter going to be playing just a little bit too far back for that one. As Clark's on with a 1-out single.
Well, and I think Clark has earned the respect for the center fielder to be playing as deep as he was. He just didn't get all of that. All of a sudden, we've got a base runner.
I think Jarrett swung at the first pitch all 3 times tonight, so it'll be interesting to see what they start him off with. His last 2 at-bats, he's hit fastballs hard for a double to left and a single through the 6 hole. So it'll be interesting to see how Coach Fowler and the Leopards pitch Jared right here.
I'm thinking a curveball in the dirt.
1 on, 1 out. First
That's
pitch.
why I don't coach.
First pitch outside for ball 1.
You know at some point Brenton's going to be running. You don't know if Jared's taking a few to get him to second or what, but he'll definitely be on the move at some point.
We got a time called right there by Jared Halter.
You see Coach Fincher. I think he's telling Jared how you're taking anyway. He's giving him fist and pointing at the runner. So I think Brennan will be going at some point soon here.
Plant steps off to try to keep Clark just a little bit closer to first. Neighbors, I'm sorry. Quick pick move over to first. Again, just trying to keep Brenton Clark closer to the bag, as we know he's likely to get on the move here. And there he is. That's Halter fouls one off on a base that Clark probably has stolen.
Yeah, and it was actually not an awful swing by Jared. I mean, who's had some of, if not the best at bats, some of the best at bats on the day. So really the unfortunate part of baseball, nobody's really wrong there, but unfortunately Brenton doesn't get to steal a bag that he probably had stolen, and I'm sure Neighbors will pick a few more times in the middle of this rain now.
That ball misses high and away for ball number 2. We got a 2-1 count here.
Rain's definitely picking up some.
Jared Halter swings through that one. If the rain gets any harder, we're going to have to shut this stream down here. So we're 2-2, 1 out. Jared Halter's going to pop this one up straight back. Garden's going to have a chance to make a play on it in the rain. He will. He's going to make that catch.
It's a pretty impressive play that nonchalantly nobody seemed to really realize. But, I mean, we're 5 feet away from him minus this net, and I had no idea where that ball was. So, very, very impressive play there by the catcher going backwards.
And although the clouds are a little darker, it had to have been tough to catch the ball coming back down.
Yeah, it was definitely hard for me to see where it was at, but great job by him. He's done a great job all night back there.
As he throws that breaking ball for a strike.
A 1 count here to J.M. Long, who had a huge double his last at bat and a single in his first at bat.
We've got Brent Clark on the move. Guard's going to have a chance to get him, and he will. And that's going to be out number 3 of the inning. Liberty-Eilau's got a chance to hit here for the last time at home. As they take a break, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we're back here in the bottom of the 7th inning where it's a 2-0 ball game. Pleasant Grove on top of the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. Britton Pipes is going to be the one starting it off for the Leopards in their last opportunity.
And I'm sure Zach Doty will let us know, but an outstanding pitch count so far by Walker Wright as he's looking to go the complete game.
Yes, 84 so far through 6.
So if he gets to his limit, that means the Leopards have probably scored a little bit anyway. So it'd be great to see Walker come out tonight and get a complete game shutout. It'd also be great to see the Leopards score a couple. That'd be fine too. But be good for the freshman going into the playoffs to throw a shutout here or a complete game. So be interesting to see how he attacks the hitters early.
Yeah, to have some confident guys come in relief and possibly even be Game 3 starters here as the playoff starts. That'll be great for his confidence and the confidence of this PG coaching staff.
Yeah, I think we know who the one is for the Hawks. As Jared Halter's been kind of the man around town all year on the mound, and Hunter Rose and Luke Flanagan have both been exceptional in the 2 and 3 role. And I think from there, if there's any problems in the playoffs, one of those guys are bad and somebody's got to come in and relieve them. You're looking at who the emergency starter is, and Walker's done everything he can tonight to say, hey, it's me.
Well, and one of the things you're going to look at is, coming in this game, we look at his ERA, it's 5.52. Well, if he can hold the Leopards this inning, it drops down to 0.5 something.
Oh yeah.
So not only do they have this pitcher that they can now have some confidence in, which I'm sure they already did, but now the other teams have to worry about it because they're going to see that stat line.
Exactly. And I think both of these guys that started the ball game today came out and showed that they both can be playoff starters for either one of these ball clubs.
Well, and Cal did a phenomenal job. We know Cal would have loved to go all 7, but no real reason to.
As Britton Pipes gets the second chance at life right here as that ball hits the ground in foul territory.
No real reason for Cal to go out and throw 100-plus pitches tonight with just, you hate to say this game doesn't matter because I know it does to those guys, but for the seeding purposes, I think Coach Fowler probably did the right thing, make sure Cal got his work in for next week, but also got him out in time. You don't know if guys are going to play on Thursday or what, so it's kind of hard to know how much rest will be involved. So kind of did the right thing, and with Walker not starting game 1 or 2, as you would think, that he was able to throw a little bit more as Riley's going to hit out here on a 3-1 count and take him out. As I think it looks like Jared Halter will be coming to the mound in a 3-1 count.
Not the change you probably want to see if you're Liberty-Eylau, because Jared Halter's a guy that could close the door for you.
Yeah, not ideal. From where we're sitting, we have no idea if Jared threw at the pin or not. But definitely know that Jared's one that'll be ready to throw at all times. And you probably knew once he scored that run that he had a chance to close it out. Phenomenal job by Walker Wright, who's going to go to right field. Walker was phenomenal and extremely proud of him and just a great job. And he made the Leopards look, a little bit less talented than we know they are, as they have phenomenal numbers on the year. Walker did a great job, so good job by him.
Exactly. Both of these starting pitchers today, which is what I was getting at earlier, is they came up against two powerful lineups. This is the number 1 and the number 2 team in this district right here. So they came up against some powerful lineups, and the score is 2-0 right now. So great pitching performances from both guys that started this ball game. And then even for Richie to come in, he only threw it to a couple of batters, gave up a couple of hits, but he didn't come in and give up a bomb or give up any runs there. And Neighbors came in kind of a bad situation to give up those 2 runs. So all these pitchers that came out in this game today have showed that they deserve to be in games like this, and we'll see them again in the playoffs.
Yeah, we talk about Walker not having a bunch of innings on the year. Richie, our Neighbors had even less, and Neighbors, I think, showed Fowler, hey, I can give you long relief if something bad happens, or, I think maybe the Leopards are even looking for a Game 3 starter maybe. So the game within the game, there's no moral wins or even worse, moral losses. But the game within the game, I think both guys are getting some work done. And if you're Riley Fincher right here, you want to see your ace come in and close this thing out.
Brink comes in a 3-1 count to Britton Pipes here.
That's old school Craig Jones right there. I can't tell you how many times I watched him take somebody out 3-0. Hey, if you're going to walk him, we might as well let the new guy walk him. So, obviously, Riley's been around this program a while and keeping some of those old school tactics intact as Britton Pipes fouls off the pitch from Jared Halter to make it 3-2.
Jared Halter coming in and immediately putting the Hawks in a great situation here, coming from 3-1, already 3-2, a chance to get this guy out.
And he's already ready to go as he throws the breaking ball.
And it's going to squibble through the infield for a leadoff single.
Yeah, kind of an awkward hop. It looked like Boozer kind of played the wrong way, and he knows what he's doing over there, so not sure if it hit a rock or something, but 3-2 breaking ball by Jared to get the ground ball. That unfortunately was C&I for those guys, but Leopards get a guy on base.
Gordon stepping into the box. Great base runner coming from Britton Pipes over there on first, so you've got to watch out for that as well here.
Well, this comes up where one swing of the bat can tie this game up now.
Yeah, if they're going to tie it, they might as well win it, because with the way this rain's coming down, might as well let this be the finale.
First pitch, swing and foul ball from Dylan Gordon, strike number 1. Pick off over to first base. Great job, Ty Boozer, blocking that ball up there and keeping it on the dirt.
Yeah, great job by Ty. As you hear Jared's mom scream out, no, Jared Michael, as he short hops the ball at first. So the worst thing you can do here is, if you're the Hawks, is advance a runner on a bad throw, especially a wet field like it is right now. But if you're Jared, you just want to be in the zone and give yourself a chance, as he's got it to 0-2.
0-2 pitch just high for 1-2. So Dylan Gordon in a position now where he's got to cover up and just get it in play here, which is a great thing you want to, if you're a Hawk right here.
All our notes have been completely ruined, but I believe Garman has 2 hits tonight, 2 of the 5 hits for the Leopards. So he's in the spot he wants to be in right here.
Great pitch right there from Jared Halter. And the umpire is going to be a late ring up, but a ring up nonetheless, and that's out number 1. For Jared Halter and the Hawks, as Aiden Easter steps into the batter's box.
You just got to wonder, is this going to be the 3rd double play that we see tonight for Pleasant Grove to end the game?
Well, we know there's a great runner at the plate, and Pipes is a, well above average runner as well. So they'd have to really get after it to turn it, but nonetheless, these guys can do it, as Brendan Clark has moved into second from center field, and he is just as talented as in the infield. So it will be a new double play partner, but also a candidate to roll it together.
Also, another pickoff move over to first base, trying to get Britton Pipes. Easter swings through one. Cade Martin with the back pick. Close play at first, but Pipes is in before the tag. One ball, one strike, and one out. Man on first base.
Yeah, you forget there's a four-man crew. I couldn't understand why there's time called, and the first base umpire is cleaning off the bag at first. So got the playoff feel here tonight with the four-man crew.
Ball comes in low, making the count 2-1 here.
Well, Halter coming in looking like he's been pitching all night long.
Yeah, it's hard not to love Jared. I mean, he wanted the ball from the first inning, and once you got the lead, you knew he was going to be ready to go, and just be a matter now if he can count down the outs without giving up a run or two. As Coach Fowler's yelling out 44-3.
2-1 is your count here. One out, running on first here. Halter to Easter. Easter gets a hold of one. Hunter Rose is going to have to chase that in the gap. Pipes is round the second here. Coach Jones looks like he's going to send him home. Pumps on the brakes at third, and Liberty-Eylau sits here with runners on first, or second and third with one out after the double from Aiden Easter.
It's hard not to love baseball. And it is hard not to love baseball. I don't know if the Leopards have had a runner on third all day. If they have, it hasn't been very many.
Exactly. If they have, maybe one inning.
Very minimal. So, you know, this is what you wanted if you showed up today. You wanted a good game, and now the Leopards got the tying run on second and the winning run up to the plate. There's one out here.
Dylan Neighbors, your new pitcher here. You got to think that he's only thinking about helping himself out right here. If he can poke this ball out in the outfield, Liberty-Eylau may just tie this ball game up.
Yeah, and Jared got a favorable call on the breaking ball up right there.
And he throws it in.
Yeah, Cade does a good job pulling that glove in just a little bit to get that strike call.
Great pitch and great job by Cade Moore behind the dish. Putting Dylan Neighbors in a tough spot here, 0-2. As Halter gets him on the check swing. Colin Evans about to check into the game. He's been injured today.
Yeah, Evans got some back problems. It looks like maybe with 2 outs they're going to go with Moore. Stay with him.
Colin Evans will be on deck here. Maddox Moore with a freshman stepping up in a big situation for the Leopards here. No more playoff field than this right here if you're a Liberty-Eylau Leopard.
No, you just got to make sure you got to have a lead on second. You got to make sure you don't get caught watching, because I don't know that you're going to get 2 hits off Jared. You might get one. You might have a squibbler or maybe even an error, but you need to take advantage if you're Easter on second and trying to score on something.
If he keeps throwing that pitch, it's going to be hard to even put it in play.
Yeah, that curveball is brutal tonight.
There it is again. Right off the shoulder for a strike.
Now, I saw a movie one time where the pitcher was asked what you threw, and he said fastball, fastball, fastball. This may be curveball, curveball, curveball.
Well, he got Neighbors out with the fastball and the check swing, so it'll be interesting to see, what he tries to get Moore out here with. If you're Moore, you're just trying to put a ball in play and see what happens.
Let the chips fall where they may right here, but you don't want it to end at the plate. 0-2 pitch on the way here. And he gets Maddox Moore on the street, swing and strikeout. And that's out number 3. Pleasant Grove takes the game 2-0, and they sweep the season series 3-0. On the call tonight, I am Nick Reed. In the booth with me, Chase Brewster, along with Jay Davis, Zach Doty on the computer, Cam Sullivan as well, Donovan Brown running the cameras for us tonight. We are Texarkana Game Day, and we will see you guys next time.